Chase-based customer appreciation event. We are at Polecat Training Facility, but we are coming off of a wreck, so we got to keep that in mind. We don't exactly know how well the car is put together. Hopefully it goes well. So far the car is good. I took it on a couple test drives the other day and it did pretty well under a pull, which is normally when the throttle cable would stick. So fingers crossed that today there's no throttle cable issues, we don't have any issues, and we can just enjoy the last event of the season. I'm gonna finish getting the car wrapped up and I'll put you guys on the track. Okay, we just got back from the first session. Car seems to be good. I still do have a little bit of sticking issues on the throttle cable. I'm not quite sure what that is. I think it's really when the car gets hot. If it's not hot, I don't have any issues. Sorry, I'm blind, I had to put my glasses on. But other than that, no issues. Car is actually running pretty phenomenal, to say the least. It is like in and out of second gear on this track. So this track is really fast, and I'm at about 40 PSI cold in the tires now. It is extremely cold out here. It's like mid 40s, so track will never get too hot per se. By the way, sorry, I'm in the car. It's really loud. We're right next to the track. Engines are started, all that stuff. But we'll switch up some of the GoPro angles and stuff now and just start having some fun. Maybe see if we can get some tandems in and stuff like that. But all in all, Polecat is a big plus as far as tracks go. I'm just stoked for the rest of the event. Let's have some fun. Listen, so it is day 2 for Chase-based customer appreciation event. Sorry for the abrupt just ending of yesterday. Had some small issues with the car after I went out for the second session, and that's actually better if I just explain it to you in person. But essentially, I had to come grab my old power steering pump that does not have the restrictors in it because I will probably need this pulley. Yeah, so yet again, another event where the car has broken, but we have hopefully a solution. So let's go do that. So essentially, power steering pump, I went off track. Can't remember what turn it was, but essentially, it was very bumpy, so my fans are extremely close to the power steering pulley, so it just smacked it and yanked the belt off. It took me forever, went through 3 different belts to finally get one that would fit. And we kind of had to walk it on a little bit by bumping the starter. So we got it on, but I noticed that whenever I started it, after tightening the tensioner, that it was just squealing like crazy, which wasn't the belt, it was actually the tensioner. I don't know if you can see that, but it's almost touching. If I tighten it anymore, it's just gonna rub on the pulley and cause a bunch of problems and squealing and all that stuff. So that's what I've been dealing with. So the belt really just wants to walk off consistent, but the belt is actually smaller. Apparently it didn't seem smaller, it actually seemed a little bit bigger, but it doesn't fit the same as it did with the old one. So I don't know what the fuck's going on. I must have bent the bracket or something, and that's what's going on. I don't know, but I guess we'll find out. I'm gonna keep driving though, because it's fun. figured I'd step away from the crowd a little bit so I could talk to you guys. But just finished the last session. It went extremely well, I would say. Tires got roasted immediately. I was running the 235 Valinos, so went pretty good. Yeah, hopes that next session goes good, nothing breaks or anything like that. I hope I didn't just jinx myself, but I'm gonna stand out here and catch some clips for you guys because this is really sick. This is really sick. So let's watch some driving before I go out.
Fast lane when I pass in the street, bag of money in the passenger seat. Simcoe's been asking for me on the road from the west to the east. Way up, I might never come down, cause the coast racking up the flight miles. So high, I might never come down, so what, this is my lifestyle. Wait a minute, work hard for the car, so that's why it's all tinted. Wait a minute, had a real late night, woke up with my head spinning out in Nashville. It's been mad real, I need sunglasses, I need Advil. I like fake moves, and my cash real. I like first place, you're in last deal. Fast lane when I pass in the street, bag of money in the passenger seat. Simcoe's been asking for me on the road from the west to the east. Way up, I might never come down, cause the coast racking up the flight miles. So high, I might never come down, so what, this is my lifestyle.
Okay, so last session went actually pretty well. Seems to be better on the throttle cable issues. I think the throttle, on the throttle body, where it has a flange that comes out, because the RB comes from the side, the cable does, it's not aligned perfectly straight, so you kind of have to, I don't know, you got to work some magic to get it to work. But we have a treat for this session. I decided to try out some specific Valinos, the Pergia 08RCs. The Pergia 08RCs. Apparently, they are ungodly grippy and extremely hard to spin, and I'll probably snap some axles. But I got them on a discount because of Valinos sale that they have going on. So, last event of the season, might as well go out with a bang. So, let's try them out.
Pull up to the crib, I'm equipped with the brushstrokes. Cutthroat from the low, where no love goes. Swimming buddy like it's been that. When I'm looking at the bill stack. Off the buddy, I was stressed out. Let the smoke stream from my chest out. Laced up, I really hate love from a stranger. Shit is fake stuff, only need it from you. Yeah. Crash land in the palm of my hand. Got little flex, wanna play by the coast. Carry the torch, I'm way up this litty wherever we flow. I came from the cold, used to rest on the floor. I stitch up my wounds, was born a soldier. Flipping the struggle, I'm taking it worldwide. Hold it down when you talk to me. Say it is what it's supposed to be. Say it loud, but I mean it too, yeah. Talk that good when you talk to me. Say it nice and I give it to you. Know my word is bond, yeah. What we on now is wild, shit a trip. Life is slid, take a breath. Shit. Now it's wild, shit a trip. Life is litty, the gift. Chanel, I don't really lack nothing. Drip black fish in the splash button. Landlocked, too bad for me. They loud with a talk, but it's mad rubbish. It don't mean nothing. I'm short trying to make it to the top floor. But the penthouse pink gates at the mad guts. No sleep, in the task grabbing. Then a lab at it. Chief of the tribe I put on for my village. Used to be local, I'm taking it global. Sharp with the focus, she catching emotion. Treat that holistic, I give it a physics. Your opinion, just did a show, only spit raw material. I'm independent, I'm in the building. Look what we built it feel like we're selling, we taking it worldwide. Hold it down when you talk to me. Say it is what it's supposed to be. Say it loud, but I mean it too, yeah.
Listen, so we are back from Chase Bay's Polecat. It was a fantastic event. Let me come over there to you. So the car actually did phenomenal this weekend. I did go out in the second session of the first day, of course, when all the media people were there, when everyone was there, everyone was driving, everyone's car was going good. But you guys saw that in the video, so let's talk about something else. If you remember, I put the 225 Valinos on the front that I had never tried before with the new Astros. And truthfully, I loved these way more than just 235s. Now, I know a lot of you guys are probably going to say, like, that's not even that big of a difference. How can you tell? I don't really know how to explain it, but I finally understand kind of what people mean when less grip up front is better, where you can kind of scrub the front end. I've never really been at well, I take that back, not a fast enough track, but like fast enough plus technical. So I don't know, I was able to push the car a little bit more than I usually am with tracks that I usually go to when the car actually works. So having the 225s up front, although they are a little bit like of a grippier tire, it still was able to scrub the speed, and I think I had them set at like 30 PSI, give or take. But those did really good. Now, I mentioned before I went out to the last session that we were going to be throwing on the Volino 08RCs, which everyone says that are like axle breakers. They're so grippy, they're hard to spin, blah, blah, blah. So I bumped them up to about 50 PSI. These tires are utterly insane. I'm not just saying that because I got them on a sale or anything like that. Like, they genuinely are incredible. I've never ran a tire this grippy, so whenever I did see the sale that Volino was having, I had to grab some of these just to try out. I don't run comps, so there's really no need for me to run these, but I have to say I am really glad that I tried them. As for damage on the car, I mean, other than the obvious from what happened at Fuel Fest, my rear bumper on this side did rip off quite a bit coming down the gravity cavity. It's the very long downhill section, and then it comes very hard right and up. It's extremely fast. It's very fun. But my entire rear end squats almost entirely on the ground. So my rear bumper kept coming off on the side here. I had it mounted, but obviously like everything's wrong. And it did burn up the bumper pretty bad back here. And of course, it melted all over my exhaust tip. And I actually dented it a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. Anyways, but I'm not gonna lie, other than that, car is absolutely phenomenal. Now, I have a small dilemma that I am facing for this coming year. Now I have a car that works pretty well, but like I've mentioned in the podcast, I do honestly want this swap in a G35 sedan. Hear me out. Now look, the Z is fantastic, but the G35 sedan, well, not even that. Sedans entirely have held a place in my heart for as long as I've been into cars. So here's the options. I either keep the car exactly how it is, freshen it up a little bit because it does have some slight things that it needs, and just leave it alone. Let it be able to run for next year and it's good to go. Or we swap all of this over to a G35 sedan for next year. I think I'm honestly gonna buy a G35 sedan either way. So it's either gonna end up a VQ C-Time car or an RB is gonna go into it. But I wanna know what your thoughts are. So leave a comment down below and tell me what you would do if you were in my situation. This car looks good. I really wish it wasn't white anymore. I do wanna do a different type of paint job. I don't necessarily know what color. If you wanna leave a comment for that too as well, I'd love to hear your thoughts, but that is it for this one. I really appreciate you guys for sticking around throughout the entire video. Hope you guys enjoyed Polecat, because I sure do. I think it was the best track in the South, honestly. I mean, I can't think of another one in the South that is that good. But that's all we got. I really appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one.
The ceiling. Trust no bitch,
Do the
can't
thing.
catch no feelings.
Bye.
I'm taking long flights from the Bay to Ibiza. Hit home run, I'm a ball like Jeter. I just want fuck, then I leave her. I'm a young pop star, call the boy Justin Bieber. Got a little money if you want, I can teach you. Whole life a movie, you can watch it in theater. Stacking way up to the ceiling. Trust no bitch, can't catch no feelings. I've been taking long flights from the Bay to Ibiza. Hit home runs, I'm a ball like Jeter. I just want fuck, then I leave her. I'm a young pop star, call the boy Justin Bieber. Got a little money if you want, I can teach you. Whole life a movie, you can watch it in theater.